Taking on Rangers is a huge job, but Steven Gerrard has always had the focus to succeed. To be a manager you must be confident of what you believe in. He's had it since he was a kid. From the day I stood next to him on the touchline when he made his debut at Anfield, you could see nothing fazed him. It was just bring it on, and he'll apply that approach to challenging Celtic. He probably feels the opportunity he wants won't come around for a few years, and by leaving for this job he will be ready when Jurgen Klopp does decide to move on. It's not that easy, though. I've seen many former colleagues leave Anfield in the hope of coming back as Liverpool boss one day, only to fail. He must have clarity on what funding is there, and he needs a good assistant. Not just a yes man, but someone he can trust for advice, and I think Gary McAllister would fit that role. We often reflect on other great players like Bobby Charlton and Bobby Moore going into management, but did they have the right assistants? McAllister will be a great sounding board for Steven and be honest when things are wrong. When Gerard Houllier asked me to go with him to Aston Villa as his number 2, I couldn't do it, but I recommended Gary McAllister, as I couldn't think of anyone better suited. There will be older pros who will challenge Steven, despite his reputation. When I came back to Liverpool at 31, I was working with Kenny Dalglish and the great Ronnie Moran and Roy Evans, mainly with the reserves but also some first team guys I had been training with, and they'd try and test me. I had to stand my ground. I was more manic on the touchline, but I'd say Steven, though he can be aggressive and passionate, will be more composed in his approach. We've seen with the likes of Roy Keane or Graham Souness at Rangers and Liverpool that it's not always easy to accept all players aren't like yourself. Not just with ability but drive and determination. It can be frustrating, but Steven will have to be compassionate as well as a winner to make it work. He's talked often about how Rafa Benitez was a great tactician, but Gerard Houllier was a great manager. He'd want to know how you were feeling. He will probably blend the two. There are no guarantees he will succeed, but Steven relishes a challenge.